Heidi ho there, my crafty friends. This is Lori at the Ladybug Journals. I'm so happy that you joined me today. So today, I thought we would do a couple of things in our vintage journal. One being, we're going to decorate a few more pages in our journal. And two, I had a few ideas on how to decorate our cover. And the more I thought about the cover, the more I thought, well, maybe. And then I got to playing with it, and I thought, well, maybe not. So, so we're going to play. So on the inside, or for the inside, I want to make some tags. And but first, I want to show you my ideas for the outside because it has to dry before we can complete, everything that I want to do. And I just got some more ideas. So let me pull these out here real quick and put them over here in my idea box so I don't forget them. Okay. So this is kind of what I want on the front. These two lace doilies that I had showed you earlier that I got at my favorite little shop that's not too far from our house. They're just they're handmade, and honestly, I don't know how old they are, but I just love them. So I'm going to put them together first, and then I'm going to put them down as one unit on the top, and then we're going to let them dry while we make our tags. And for this, I'm just going to use Fabri-Tac. And I have to be really careful in doing this because I don't want any blobs coming through. So I'm going to put, and boy, am I nervous. I'm going to put it on here. And I think I'm going to maybe put it on the seam here on the outside because I know the seam won't blob or show through, you know what I mean. And then on the inside, I'm looking at it here and I'm trying to figure out where I want to put it here on the inside because I'm going to have to spread it around, and they're linen. So I think I'm going to follow some of this stitching here. And I'm just going to have to spread it out. After I get it down, I'm just going to have to spread it out with my fingers. And just be careful. Just maybe get a fine line of it. Oh, I got my finger in it here on the edge. So I'm just lifting the bottle up to get a really fine line all around it. Doesn't need to be thick. And then just take your finger or something, that you use to spread glue and spread it out. It doesn't need to be thick. And by spreading out your glue, that helps prevent your blobs, things from coming through. And then put it where you want it. Okay, let me move it over here so you can see. And now, once you do that, oh, it's stuck to my finger already. Oh dear, there's a neighbor walking a dog, so the boys are going to be barking. Let me close the door. Okay, now let me grab a paper towel while I'm up so I can keep my fingers wiped off. You know what, let me just bring them over here. That would probably be the easiest, wouldn't it? All right, so now we're going to have to let this dry a little bit because I don't want to, add a lot of glue to it all at one time. because then it'll take longer to dry on the book. And we're more likely to get the, the blobs through. And this is the ribbon that I wanted to use. It's gorgeous ribbon, and it's from Tape. I never say the name right, you guys. Taperology. And it came in a set that I got. Here's the set, and it is gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon. Oh my gosh, it's full of textures and colors, and oh my goodness, goodness. And I don't know if you've seen the video yet, or if it's popped up on your play, but it's down in the playlist if you haven't, where I do a haul list of everything I got. So if you haven't seen it, pop down into the playlist and you can see everything I got from them, and you can, now I got glue all over my fingers, and you can hear me talk about them. But I think I want to use this one. It's got the colors in it from the color of the journal, and plus it's got the purples. It's got purples and yellows, and it's really pretty. Let me show you against the top of the journal. This one looks really pretty against the top of the journal. But I could change my mind and go with a different color. You just never know. Between now and when we put this on, because there's another one in there. It's got some really pretty gold in it that would bring that gold out. So this is how it's going to sit after it dries for a couple of minutes. And let me show you some of my ideas real quick before we make our tags. Now, the only problem with my ideas are once they're down, it's going to be difficult to work in the book. So they're going to have to be removable. The cover designs are going to have to be removable. Otherwise, when the book is done, you're going to mess up you're going to mess them up. So this was what I originally wanted. And it's so pretty, wrapped in old paper. I wanted this here on this because I just thought it was so pretty, and I thought we could decorate this with some ribbons and some flat backed pearls, or maybe this was in my haul from there. Maybe one of these, something like that, or maybe some of these roses that we used on some of our patterns, or some of our tags and things that we've used in there, like the purples or these pinks that I really like so much. And then make this removable with the ribbons. Tie the ribbon around it. Also include that down here. And when we wrap it around the book, make this removable. Make this a removable piece that you could take it off. Make this non-removable so that it stayed. So that was, kind of what I was thinking. I played around with some other dried flowers that I got in my haul, but I couldn't get those to be removable, because they're not contained like these. So they're not going to be included. They're going to be saved for other things. And I'm going to keep those for some other things. And they get tied up in this pretty ribbon that says, "You look pretty today." So I'm going to keep those. Oh, here's another piece of that goes in there. This came in the haul too. So we're going to just keep all of those. And who knows, we may use those in something else. And, like some tags or something. And I'm getting a few ideas on what to use them in. Actually, I just got an idea of what to use them in. So yeah, you never know. Yeah, I just got an idea of what to use them in. So you may see a video on some of these. So, but they won't be used on the cover. So we'll put those over there. But I do think that this one will. So for the ribbons, I think those will be wrapped around similar to what this is, or in place of it, probably in place of it, and then attached underneath here in some way, shape, or form. Maybe we'll unwrap this and put it underneath here so that it comes out. And when you untie it from around the book, this comes off. Or maybe you just untie it and it just releases this. That most likely that will be what happens. And then some of these will still be left around the book, so it still looks pretty, which, probably will happen. So that was my idea. So we will have to play with that. So let's make our tags. And I think this might be dry enough that we can go on and attach it to the book. So let's go on and do that so it can be drying on the book. So now that it's dried a little bit on here, it's not completely dry, but it's dry enough that we don't have to worry about big blobs and big things like that. I'm taking it around the edge because I want to make sure that the edge is put down. And then I want to go back and forth here in the middle, and I'm not going to worry about the edges, the far edging right now. I just want to worry about the middle. That's my main concern right now. And again, I want to spread it out because it's still linen. It could still come through the two pieces. Okay, and I'm going to move my glue paper out of the way. I don't want to throw it on the floor or anything because we're going to use it, but I do want to get it out of the way. Now I want to place this where I want it, starting at the bottom, and then working up from the bottom, go to the side, and then go to the top, and then lay it down. Bring it around the side and make sure it's snug. And I want it sticking up at the top. See it right here, how it's sticking up at the top a little bit? I want it up there. Okay, now rub it down in the middle. That's how I want it. Okay, I don't want these edges at the top. Hold on a second here. I'm trying to get some of this glue off of my fingers. There. I want this sticking up here. Okay, I want that sticking up. Oops. Sorry about that. I want that sticking up. Okay, I want that up there. But I don't want it floppy, but I do want it up there. Now, down here, I want to come into the flowers, and I want to put this into the flowers. I want to start putting it into the flowers and into these middle sections. Just a little bit of it at a time and laying it down. Just a little bit at a time. It doesn't have to be everywhere, but I'm not doing it on the very edge. On this edge piece, I'm not doing it there. I'm just doing it on these little flower sections. And here, I'll show you the flower sections I'm talking about. These little flower sections, that's what I'm doing. In some of these little places, maybe that aren't going to lay flat, I'm doing it on those. Just a little dot in the middle. I'm doing it on those to help them lay flat. That's all I'm doing. Just to help them lay flat, how I want them. And I'm just kind of doing the little petals of those little flowers. Making sure it lays flat. That's all I'm doing. Just like that. And I'm going to go around. And now my ribbon, what my ribbon's going to do And I want to make sure I keep pulling it out. Now, I didn't put my ribbon under it because I want my ribbon to be seen. I didn't want my ribbon to be hidden, by going around the book and underneath them, because it wouldn't have been seen. I would have lost it all. And I don't want that. It's too pretty. Whoever designed it, oh my gracious, they did such a fabulous job. And if you were a ribbon designer, would you want somebody to hide your pretty work? I wouldn't. Good heavens. I would say, show it off, baby doll, show it off. Okay, so now we're getting over to the spine. Now, so let's stand our book up so we can work on our spine. Now, the spine's going to be a little persnickety. So let's get it in here. But you got to be gentle. You don't want to break your spine, but you need to lay it down. There you go. Just be gentle. There we go. There. And then I'm almost back around to where I started. Actually, I think I am. Nope, not yet. Uh-oh. Don't stick to each other. Get back up there. You all behave yourselves. Just a little dot in there. Okay. Do you guys like to use, linens like this on your books? Now, I don't want, remember I covered that up? Remember when we punched that? And then I put the spine on the inside over it. So I need to go on and punch through that. I need to do that now before we get any further with this. So I need to open the book flat like this. And I need to, I need to put this in here. I know, I was a goofy girl when I did that. Good heavens. And I need to grab my awl. Can you guys believe I did that? Okay, I'm just right here in my book drawer, grabbing my awl out. And I can't believe I did that, you guys. Truly, I cannot believe I did that. That's all I'm doing. I'm in my bookmaking thing, and I'm also going to grab my Crop-A-Dile Big Bite, just in case my awl won't go through it. Just in case. There's my awl. But it should. The awl should go through it. All right, so now that we've got the awl, let's put the glue back there. Let's get our punch book that we use, and let's put it underneath it so I don't punch through the glass and break it. And let's punch through there. All right, let's see if see, it punched right through it. That was nothing. Okay. Yeah, oh gosh, that went right through it. Yeah, that's because it's not as sturdy as everything else is. And I'm just punching a few holes so I want to be able to make sure I can get what I want to go through it. So, I'm just punching a hole, and hold on, I'll show you what I'm doing. That's better. Okay, so there's my hole. So now I have to go back through and make it bigger. There, that's better. Make sure. There it is. I still can't believe I did that, you guys. I still can't believe I did that. There it is. Can you guys believe I did that? I bet you guys were yelling at me and I wasn't paying attention, was I? All right, so I just can't glue this flower down, or I'll glue over that again. All right, so let me put the Crop-A-Dile Big Bite over here on the other table. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to put the awl up here on my shelf. There. Now let's put the glue book up here. All right, so we're going to let this dry. So we're going to put the book over here so it stays safe. Were you all laughing at me when I did that? I laughed at me for like a couple of days. I laughed at myself. I just kept shaking my head going, I cannot believe you did that, you goofy girl. I cannot believe you did that. Okay, so for our tags, what I wanted to do was, okay, here's my paper towels in case I, end up with really gluey fingers again. So what I want to do is I want to take a piece of, this is just brown card. Okay, just plain brown card. And I want to cut it to tag size. Now, for tags, you can use things like this. This is just packaging. This is just packaging. You can use, this is just brown cardstock. You can use whatever you want. And you can cut it to whatever size you want. So whatever size tag you like, that's the size you cut it to. Now, I like my tags. Well, it depends on the size of the book I'm making. Like our butterfly book that we're working on, I'm probably going to like my tags. Well, see, that's a little bit big. Usually, I like my tags. Let's see, that's about 2.5. So let's see, that's about 2. Let's see here. That's 2. Let's see. Yeah, I think 2 is just too big. Too big for a tag. But let's go 2. Let's go 2. So we'll go 2. It's not too bad. And let's see, our pages, maybe let's go about, our pages are all different heights. So let's go about 6 inches tall. Okay. So we'll go 6 inches tall. And how tall is this piece here? Yeah, we've got 2 pieces that are 6 inches tall. That'll be perfect. Okay, so we'll do 2 of them. All right, so now this is how I do the tops. To me, having the tops the same makes absolutely no difference, but I bend them and I snip them. It makes no difference if my paper's creased or not, because I'm gonna, I don't care how big it is. I'm just making a tag. It's just not that big a deal to me. Okay, everybody gets all bent out of shape about, the size of the top of your tag. To me, it's no big deal. It's a tag. It's just a tag. Okay, so what I want here is, now I need to find it, so bear with me a minute, because I've got all that ribbon on here. So let me put the ribbon on the other table. I know you guys are thinking, what in the world is this crazy woman doing? And let me grab this. Okay. And we are going to use this. Okay. And the reason I grabbed this is I want, hold on a second, is I had, oh, wait a minute, here it is, right here. Sorry. Here it is. I found it. I found it. It is right here. Right here. I know you guys are thinking she is not organized today, and you'd be right. All right, this is what I want right here. Okay, this is just thin. It's just thin, like it's the weight of printer paper. That's what it is. Now, I just need a piece that's 6 inches tall. Okay, so we'll deal with it in a minute. And it's one-sided. As you can see, it's one-sided. And I am going to, I need to make sure when I fold it, it is the width of my tag. So my first fold, okay, let me move this so you can see what I'm doing. Here, I'll stand it next to me. Okay, so my first fold is the most important fold. And after that, you're good to go. So how I do them is I line them up like this. Okay, I just laid the tag inside like that. And I made a fold. And now all the rest of them have to line up with this. Now, if you don't have cardstock, thin cardstock, use coffee dyed paper, use white paper, use whatever you have. I'm never going to say anything you use is wrong. So use whatever you have, and make 2 or 3 folds like this. Okay. Like this. Now we're going to attach that to our tags. So when you pull it, it's going to open like this, or it's going to open like this, and you can write on it. So I am going to cut it right here. Right here. Oop, didn't make that a very straight cut. Okay. Now, use your bone folder and make sure these are nice and flat. Okay. Make sure it's nice and flat. Now you got to make sure that you have the right height. Okay. Because you want it to match. Everything needs to be the same size as your tag. So the way that I do that is I get out my glue stick, and I get out my, what did I do with it? Did I drop it on the floor? Well, I guess we're using this. I get out my glue stick, and I glue up my tag. And then I glue it down. Okay, I glue down my paper, and I make sure that it goes down all the way to the bottom, and I line it up the best I can line it up. That's why I use a glue stick. It gives me a little more room, or a little more time to line things up. And if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. You can trim it. Okay. And make sure it's down good and flat. Wiping my glue off here. And now, and don't cut your paper while it's folded. So you want to unfold, and you're going to refold that. You're not going to cut it. Okay. Now, across the top, the only place that you can cut is here. You can cut here. Okay. We can cut here, here, and here. Okay. Now we're done with that. Now, if this is too big, like mine is, it's time to refold. But don't cut. So you can pull it in. Now's the time that you can pull it in. And just refold it so that it fits better. And since I already cut the silly thing, I really can't refold much, can I? Well, that was silly, Lori, you goofy girl. I'm just going to leave this one. Okay, and then you can decorate. Okay, now let's do the second one. Okay, and this one, is this one tall enough? No, is it tall enough this way? Let's try it this way. And this time I'm just going to glue it to the page first. And let's see how we do that way. Yeah, I always run into problems when I'm folding this. Always. Always, always. Never fails. Let's see, which way was it? This way? All right, line up your paper. Okay, line it up. Okay, I'm lined up. Fold it in. Now remember, you need to be the size of your tag. Or like I am, maybe a little bit bigger. It doesn't matter. And then, now for this one, I'm going to be 1.5. Okay. Let's see where I am here. Oh my goodness, I'm stuck down. All right. And I'm going to cut here, here, and here. And you guys know I am not a perfectionist. Okay. And then you can pull this way and you can decorate all the sections, or you can pull this way and then you have places to write. Now, if you want, you can make this a pocket right here. Like here, we'll make it a pocket. We'll make this one a pocket. So for a pocket, you want to come up and over and across the bottom. Okay. So this one would have a pocket here, right here on the side, and it would open that way. So in here, and you could make this one a pocket too if you wanted. Let me show you on here. So this one would be completely different than the other one. Here. And here. So this is 2 hidden pockets. So now you have a pocket here, and you have a pocket here. And you can put little secret notes in them. So say you want to put, you know, a little secret note to your buddy. Well, I don't even have a piece of paper on my table. Let's see if I can find a piece of paper. I don't even have a piece of paper here. Here, we can use this piece of paper. You want to write a little secret note. You can tuck it in here. Or you can take a secret note, or maybe a picture, if you have a picture. And you can tuck it in there, like that. Okay? Now, for up here at the top, and then you can use this one. You can pull it open and write on it. Now, for at the top, I like to add ribbons at the top. But Now remember, on this one, you can't put it through. You can't put it through all 3 pieces. You can only put it through the back. For this one, you can. So for that one, I want to use this. I really like this, but we don't need such a big piece. So I want to use this, and I want to put it right here like that. And since we have our Fabri-Tac out, I think we're going to use it. And I think we're going to put it right there. Just like that. And we're going to have to let it sit for a couple of minutes to catch everything. And the same on this side. And we'll sit it over here on our glue book to let it catch everything. Now for this one, I have some buttons out, so I think I'm going to use some buttons on a piece of that ribbon that I showed you. We're going to use some buttons on that one maybe. And I think I have some brown ribbon to use with some buttons on that. Oh, this is really going to take some time, and it's gluing my finger to it. Okay, let's put a clamp on this. Let's put a clamp on this and put it over here on our glue book while it's drying so my fingers don't get stuck to it. Okay, I'm going to set this up here on the glue book while it catches everything. Whoop, there goes the punch. All right, let's put that one up on the glue book. Or we could add, let's add something like this, something a little simpler. Oh no, don't stick to that glue stick. Maybe, let's put that back over there. Let's see what we have in here. Let's see what we have in here. I don't ever use these. All right, let's get this off the table. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. Do we like that one? Let's see. I think I like this one better. This bigger one. It's a little more substantial. I think I like this one even, but it might be too big. That one's too big. And I think that one's too big. Oh, no, I like that one. Let's see how that one looks. Oh, I like that one. And I have an idea for around the top of it up here through the hole. I have an idea. All right, let's close this up. Let's get it closed up here and off the table. Well, not off the table because it's on the table for this reason, but oh gosh, now I can't get the box closed. Something's stuck in the hole. Come on, you silly box. I'll deal with the box. But I have, what was that color I wanted? This tan. Now, where is it? Right. I think it's right here. It's hanging right here behind me. Oops. Everything's getting ready to fall on the floor. Hold on a second. Let me get a hold of it. There we go. Now, let me put our paper back on the shelf. There we go. Now, the ribbon that I wanted is right here. There we go. Okay, right here. I want a piece of this right here. Right here. To go right through the top. Except I want this this thicker piece. So I want this piece. There we go. Okay, let's bring it down here to the side, like that. And then let's open this up. And I want that right there. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, let's put some right across the back here. Now I'm just lining this up here with a line, so I make sure that it's straight. Okay. Now I want that. That's all I want on there. It's just that little piece of ribbon. I do have a little bead that I did think about hanging on there, but this little ribbon is just, as you can see here, it's not very substantial, and I don't know that it would hold a little bead. So I don't think I'm gonna mess with a little bead. So, because I think it would tear the little ribbon apart. So here's this one, and oh dear, what did I just do with the other one? What did I do with it? Okay, I haven't been anywhere. Oh yeah, it was drying. Oh, good heavens. And here's this one. Let's see if it's dry here. Yeah, I think the glue has set up enough. And here's this one with our two little secret pockets. Right here. Okay. There's those two. So there's two different styles that you can do. Okay. Now, let's take a look at our cover and see how it's doing. So these are quick and easy to do. You know, you could mass make those quick and easy. So let's see how we can do our cover here. Or, I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll change my mind after we get to go in here. Let's see. Let's see how much time we have left before I start playing, because you never know, you guys. This might take too long. All right, we're at 43 minutes, so I might not have enough time to play with this. So let's see. I don't even know if I can get this off of here. I like that this ribbon is wrapped on this card. It's going to keep it nice and neat. All right, so I think the first thing I want to look at is getting it unwrapped from this one. Here we go. Okay. Now this ribbon is multi-layered. So what I want to look at here is getting it wrapped around. You know what? Let's look at the one now. See, it does have gold in it. It does have gold in it right there. See the gold right there? But let's see if one of those others. You see, that one has silver. These are all so very pretty. I mean, you could take them apart and use them individually if you wanted. And that one's really pretty. And I thought about that one, but it's a little dark. That was the other one because of those little things right there. But I thought it might be a little too dark, but it works really well. And we've used that color, but it doesn't go with the purples. So we would have to change. Actually, not bad with the purple. I like it with the purple. Let me look. Let me move it up here. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Okay, see, I told you once I started playing. But this was kind of my idea. Oh my goodness sakes. Was going to be to wrap the tie around the book and then individually wrap a different tie around here after we decorated this with let me find the front of this. Like this comes with not necessarily any of these, but with, whoops, this one right here, that little heart, and I have a specific little little thing that I want to use just for this book that I bought. Let me see if I can find it here and show you. Yeah, those will get put away. And I bought right here in our box for this journal. I have some. This is the box of goodies that I have for this little journal. So here's the little cameo that I bought to use for the cover. So I thought that this would be pretty on the front. So let's cut this off and let's see how that is going to look hanging off the front of this. And if we don't like it, then we know right away, then we need to change. Let's see. Okay, I don't need that little twisty. And I also have these little keys to use inside the journal. And this was what my original thought was, but then I found that. So let's see, do we like that on there? Now, I do. I kind of like that. Or do we like it just there? Like that. Something smaller. Oh no, I think it gets lost on there. I think it just kind of gets lost on there. Yeah, so you have all of this, and then that little tiny thing, I think it gets lost. Okay, so I think what needs to be done is I need to keep playing and come up with something else. That's what I think needs to happen. So if you have any thoughts or any ideas, since I've showed you some of mine, let me know. And, of everything I've showed you, let me know what you think and let me know your ideas, because I would love to hear them and I would love to know what you think. And, kind of give me your thoughts on this, because that would be helpful. Because you guys know I will wander in circles for a little while until I come up with something. So, thank you for joining us today here at the Ladybug Journals, and for having some fun, and for creating some fun and creative tags. Even though they didn't turn out exactly the way I pictured them, they were still fun. I still had fun creating them. And, you know, you never know what's going to happen when we create things. So don't ever let something that, you know, doesn't turn out the way that you think it's going to in your mind, don't ever let that stop you from creating. Just keep going. Keep going. It'll happen. It'll happen. As you've seen with me, sometimes things never turn out the way I think they're going to, but I don't ever stop. I just keep going. Because sometimes that's the way it is when we're creating. They just have a mind of their own. And sometimes our mind and their mind don't always work together. So, thank you to all of my subscribers, and to everyone that has sent me such kind comments. I think that's so very kind of you, and I enjoy reading them, and I enjoy getting them. And I think that it's so nice of you to take the time to send them to me, and to just tell me. I just think that's so very kind of you. You didn't have to do it, and you did, and I think that's so kind. So until I see you again in our next video, ta-ta for now.